Somewhere right now, the person who holds a piece of your heart is standing at a crossroads. And some part of you already felt it before you even opened this message. That small tug in your chest. That quiet feeling that something is shifting. You are not imagining it. If you feel that pull right now, if something in you knows this message found you for a reason, type, "I receive love" in the comments below. Let's confirm together that you are open to receiving this. Dear one, today I come to break through the space between what is seen and what is felt, to tell you something that is happening right now in this very moment. While the world rushes by and most people miss the small signs moving between the lines of everyday life, I come to you carrying an urgent message meant to wake up your heart. There is a truth beating close to me, one I need you to hear. The heart of your soulmate is swaying under feelings that did not come from a peaceful place. The person meant to walk beside you is close to making a rushed decision, one that could pull you both away from everything that was meant for you, and one that could hurt you both deeply. This message is coming to you now because this mistake does not need to happen. That is why you are being shown everything. This choice that is close to being made is not coming from the true heart of the one who loves you. It is coming from confusion, from tiredness, and from quiet outside pressure that does not want to see you together. This decision may look like an answer, but it is really a misstep in disguise, the kind of misstep that could pull apart two hearts that were built to complete each other. You may not have noticed it yet, but signs have already been sent your way, through dreams, through restlessness, through moments of heavy silence. All of that was the universe trying to reach you gently. Now the message has grown louder because time matters here. Your soulmate is close to taking an action that will not be easy to undo. And you need to know this now, because this choice does not only touch one of you. It pulls at everything that has been quietly growing between you both. The soul who is meant to walk with you is carrying a weight that was never meant to be theirs. There is a mix of rushed feelings, unanswered doubts, and advice that was never truly helpful. And all of it is nudging this person toward another path. A path that does not include you. A path that would leave you both hurting. This pull is being fed by a feeling of missing something, when really nothing is missing. It is only hidden beneath the noise. Dear soul, pause for a moment. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the channel name carefully. It's Angel's Message for You. This is our only official channel. Beware of copycat and fake channels. Stay connected to the original source to receive authentic angel messages and true blessings. A very special thank you to Sharon, Edith, Freddie, John and Scott for sowing your seed for Soulmate here through Ko-Fi link. Super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you always. Thank you for your beautiful support. Blessings always. Let's know what angels want us to know. Dear one, I am standing with you as I share this. There are moments when the spirit inside us has to speak clearly and firmly, and this is one of them. I am not here to scare you. I am here to open your eyes with love, because there is still time. There is still a window to help your soulmate's heart step back from this misstep. The outside noise pulling at this connection can still be quieted. And you have more strength than you know, if you take in what I am about to share. This coming choice might feel like relief on the surface, but underneath it hides an empty space that will only keep growing. The hurt shows up later, once the results of the choice start to unfold. But you can help stop this before it happens. It is not too late. This person who was placed on your path is quietly waiting, even without knowing it, for some small sign, some gesture that says this feeling is still worth holding on to. Dear one, Look inside yourself for a moment. You already know there is something between you two that cannot simply be tossed away. Your soulmate's vision has just become blurry. So if they move forward with this choice, it will not come from a place of coldness. It will come because they can no longer see clearly what you were building together. And that fog is exactly what outside pressure wants, because it benefits from this bond being broken. Everything that is about to happen can still be prevented, and it starts with truth. Not truth used to demand or control, but truth spoken gently, from the heart. This moment is delicate, but it is also sacred, because when truth is offered with love, it has the power to loosen the tightest, most invisible chains. This truth needs a way to reach your soulmate now. A small gesture, kind word, a certain look. Any of these can be the beginning of a shift that keeps the pain from happening at all. This outside pull on your soulmate is not permanent. It can be lifted, but it takes action. It takes you paying attention to the quiet signs that have already been whispered your way. You are not alone in this, and this very message is proof of that. Love watches over those who love with pure intentions. And the bond between you two can grow even stronger if this mistake is avoided now. If you are hearing this message today, it's because a part of you already sensed that something felt off. Do not brush that feeling aside. It is part of your awakening. What you are feeling is not pointless. There is a bond between you that goes far past what the eyes alone can see. But if that bond gets broken by a rushed choice, it will take real time to rebuild. And until it heals, you would both carry a pain that can still be avoided altogether. If things continue down this current path, it will not bring relief. It will bring doubt, guilt, and questions that never quite get answered, slowly wearing you both down from the inside. But the truth spoken now can bring healing. It can bring the balance needed to undo this decision before it is even fully made. And that shift depends on just one step, one conscious step, taken with faith, courage, and love. The next stretch of time matters here. Your soulmate's thoughts are being pulled toward places that do not serve them well. But this person is still listening to what comes from the heart. There is still room to feel. There are still openings for light to slip through. So what you choose to do now can shift everything, and shift it towards something good. Not through pressure or panic, but through calm and steady presence. Dear one, some things can only be understood through the heart, and that is why I am telling you this now. Your soulmate is caught in a season of inner conflict, where what once felt certain now feels blurred, and emotions are tangled with pressures that do not come from a good place. This is shaping a decision that does not reflect what this person genuinely feels for you. This is not happening because love has faded. It is happening because of doubt stirred up by outside voices and unresolved thoughts. Even though the surface may look cold right now, there is still warmth underneath. There is still hope, even if it is currently hidden behind a passing wish to give up. And that wish did not appear because the love grew weak. It appeared because outside pressure keeps feeding thoughts that are simply not true. Your soulmate needs light, and that light can come from you. What is about to happen might feel right to someone caught in confusion, but it will be a mistake that leaves a mark, a mistake that brings emptiness instead of peace. You have not been forgotten or left behind. What is happening is an attempt to pull apart the most valuable thing you have, the honest love between you both. But you are receiving this message because it is still possible to stop what is being shaped carelessly. Do not let this current distance convince you that everything is over. It is not over, and there is still time to turn things around. Your soulmate is being surrounded by ideas that are not rooted in truth. Poor advice, twisted memories, expectations that were never realistic. All of it is clouding what was once clear. In that fog, it becomes easy to believe the best move is a different path altogether. But that other path does not carry the peace you both were building together. It only offers a short distraction and a longer pain. Dear one, do not let silence turn into a wall between you. There is still room for a gesture from you to reach your soulmate's heart, and it does not need to be grand. Sometimes a simple look or a few honest words are enough to soften the wall of doubt. This person needs to feel that you are still there, even when everything feels uncertain, because that steady presence is what can rebuild the trust that is slipping. Every step your soulmate takes right now is wrapped in doubt. There is no real certainty, only impulse, and that impulse is being fed by ideas that were never part of what you built together. But the truth still lives quietly in the heart of the one who loves you. If there is even a small opening for that truth to be heard, it can prevent the fall that feels close right now. Do not wait around hoping this resolves on its own. Sometimes you have to rise up gently and act, not with force, but with wisdom. Your soulmate needs to be reminded of what they felt the moment your paths first crossed. That memory, even if buried right now, is still alive, and it can reignite the spark that outside voices are trying to put out. There is a quiet influence trying to confuse your soulmate's feelings, and if that confusion wins, the wrong choice will start to feel like the only option. But it is not the only option. There are other paths: understanding, honest conversation, a loving presence. All of this is still within reach for both of you if this choice can be avoided. Do not get lost in only what you can see with your eyes. Missing words do not mean missing feelings. Sometimes silence is simply the echo of someone who does not know what to do next. Your soulmate is standing right at that point, trying to understand their own feelings while being pulled by voices that do not wish either of you well. This confusion can end, but it takes a gentle, loving step forward from you. You were prepared for this moment, not to sit through the pain of a separation that should not happen, but to help prevent that pain altogether. You are receiving this message because your sensitivity allows you to notice signs that others would simply walk past. And now you are facing a truth that can change everything, if you are willing to meet it with courage. The wrong choice forming in your soulmate's mind is growing, but not because their feelings for you have faded. It is growing because the world around them has convinced this person that everything is already lost, when really the love has only fallen asleep. And you have the power to gently wake it, if you know how to act in this sensitive window of time. Dear one, keep listening closely. This person is in conflict, but their heart has not fully closed. There is still an opening. There is still a chance. And you have been chosen to be that chance because you feel you understand. That is exactly why this message reached you. Nothing about this is random, and it arrived now because now is the time to act. What is at risk is more than a relationship. It is a feeling that could bring real joy, companionship, and peace to you both. If this decision moves forward, all of that could be replaced by an emptiness that is hard to put into words. Your soulmate is close to choosing the wrong path, not out of malice, but simply because they do not know what else to do. There are feelings inside them that have not been fully understood, and because of that, they are close to taking an action that does not represent their true feelings. This action may look like a solution, but really it only hides the root of the problem. Instead of healing anything, it would hurt. Instead of peace, it would open a gap that is hard to close. And you would both feel it. There are things your soulmate has not been able to say, not because they did not want to, but because they did not know how. Feelings kept inside, emotions left unspoken, All of it has been quietly building until it turned into confusion, and that confusion is about to be used to justify a mistake that would bring regret and longing, but one that can still be avoided. Dear beloved soul, before we move forward, I'd like to share a gentle invitation with you. Every soulmate journey is precious in God's eyes. Sometimes, this sacred connection benefits from an extra layer of faith, love, and spiritual covering as it unfolds in divine timing. If you would like to make a meaningful gesture for your soulmate, you can sow your seed through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. The Ko-Fi link is waiting for you in the video description and the pinned comment. May your gift become a beautiful intention before heaven, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate connection, remove unseen obstacles, and surround both hearts with divine light, peace, and guidance as your paths draw closer together. Scripture teaches that generosity reflects a trusting heart. Malachi 3 verse 10 reminds us of God's abundant faithfulness, while 2 Corinthians 9 verse 6 teaches that whoever sows generously will also reap generously. Every gift offered with sincere faith becomes a meaningful expression of trust in God's promises and His perfect timing. If your heart feels moved to sow this seed, thank you sincerely for supporting this ministry and these daily angel messages. May the Lord bless you abundantly, watch over your soulmate, and lead both of you into the beautiful future He has prepared. Now, let's continue with today's angel message. There is still time to gently pull your soulmate back, to remind them of what their heart was trying to say before everything became this complicated. You feel this urgency inside you because something strong still ties you both together. That feeling is a nudge from the universe, letting you know that now is the moment to act, not with panic, but with wisdom. What you choose to do now can shift everything, can help stop this choice before it happens, can reopen the space for love to speak more clearly. This person is not acting with any bad intention. They are simply lacking direction. They are trying to do what feels right to them, while being guided by voices that cannot see what their heart truly feels. That is exactly why this choice would not bring relief. It would bring sadness and regret, because it goes against everything built with sincerity, against what still quietly exists between you both. Even if it feels like your strength is running low, remember that you are not walking through this alone. This message arrived like a small light in the middle of a dark moment, to remind you that there is still hope, that real love still has a chance to win. But you have to trust it. You have to believe what you feel and what is being shown to you now. This moment matters because it touches more than words. It touches choices that shape both of your paths forward. A wrong choice made now could close doors that would take real time to reopen. That is why this message is more than a warning. It is a chance to shift things, to act gently, to protect what can still grow between you. Do not let time steal away something that still holds meaning. What is unfolding may look like separation, but it is really just a pause, a moment of confusion, and confusion tends to dissolve once truth steps forward. There is still an unseen strength working to protect what you two have built. That strength is not outside of you. It lives inside you, in your faith, your love, your honesty. Even though everything may feel shaky under the weight of a rushed decision, nothing is final yet. The choice that could bring pain can still be softened through calm, sincere actions. Right now, your soulmate is standing near a path that does not lead to relief, only more confusion. They are being shaped by feelings that got twisted along the way, by memories that lost some of their meaning, and by pressure that does not reflect the truth between you two. That confusion has muted what was once clear, but you carry the light to gently remind them of what truly matters. This person is carrying the weight of many outside opinions and misunderstood emotions. What sits behind this coming choice is a lack of clarity, not a lack of love. There is love there. There is longing there. There are real memories of moments that mattered. But all of it is hidden behind a wall of quiet insecurity that slowly formed over time. You are the one person who can gently step through that wall, not with pressure or demands, but with truth, the truth in how you look at them, how you care for them, how you feel. Your soulmate needs a gentle reminder of what you two still hold, even if it feels buried deep inside right now. This coming decision might look to the outside world like a new direction, but really, it is a door that leads to pain that can still be avoided. It is an attempt to move past something that was never truly resolved, and anything left unresolved tends to return eventually, bringing regret and longing along with it. That is exactly what this message is trying to help prevent. There are days when your soulmate tries to hide what they feel, trying to act as though the love between you has disappeared. But it has not disappeared. It is simply muffled beneath doubt and outside noise. Your presence still stirs something strong in them, even if they cannot fully show it right now. The way to prevent this wrong choice is not to try changing the past. It is to gently show that real love is still alive, to reach their heart with respect, presence, and honesty. Every time you show your truth without pushing, you create space for them to remember who you both were and who you can still be. There is no need to raise your voice to be heard. What you feel is powerful enough to come through in stillness, in quiet care, in a gentle gesture. Your soulmate senses this even from a distance. Deep down, there is a voice inside them still listening for what once felt true, and that voice needs a little more strength before the wrong choice becomes final. Your soulmate is holding on to memories they are trying to let go of, but cannot fully release. There are moments you shared that still echo softly inside them. And even when the words do not come out, the heart keeps speaking quietly. You, more than anyone, are able to sense what remains unsaid. This coming decision has been shaped by a series of small hurts that were never properly addressed. But wounds heal too when they are met with care, and you carry that kind of care, that kind of healing touch. If you sense that something needs to be done, trust that feeling. Do not brush it aside. That quiet intuition inside you is a signal that this hasty choice can still be softened, that there is still a real chance to prevent unnecessary hurt from reaching either of you. Do not drift from what your heart keeps, gently reminding you, the pain you are trying to avoid right now is real, but it can be transformed into reconnection instead. Your soulmate is still tied to you in a way that is hard for anyone else to fully understand, and that connection is your key to helping shift this outcome. What matters here is understanding that your soulmate is not against you. This person is caught in a struggle with themselves, trying to find peace where there is no steadiness, trying to find relief where there is no real truth. This confused search may create distance that hurts, but not out of unkindness, simply out of a lack of clear direction. Your soulmate does not fully realize how this wrong turn could push away something pure that still exists between you. There is an emptiness trying to be filled with rushed choices, with paths that seem simpler but do not lead toward real, lasting love. What is unfolding could shake both of your hearts in a way that takes real time to heal. What needs to be understood clearly is that the true feeling between you is not lost. It is being quieted by outside voices, inner pressure, and a sense of urgency that has no real roots. Your soulmate is being nudged toward a choice that looks fine on the surface but is full of doubt and uncertainty underneath. You have an important role to play in this moment. This message is not just for you to know something. It is showing you that you are part of the answer. You are the living reminder of what is true, and only you can gently reawaken what feels dormant, but not gone, inside this person's heart. It may feel like your soulmate is standing before something that looks like peace, but is really leading toward regret. You are not here to judge this decision, only to understand that it is a result of an unsteady season, not a lack of love. And that is exactly why it can still be avoided. You have already shown so much strength up to this point. Even without full understanding, you kept loving. Even without guarantees, you kept believing. And now, as your soulmate considers turning away from what you both feel, you are being asked to gently show that there is still something worth protecting through calm action, sincere presence, and quiet love. There are feelings your soulmate tries to deny, but their heart knows the truth. This person feels your absence even while trying to walk a different path. They feel your energy even while seeking distractions. What is unfolding is not final. It is a reflection of an unsteady moment, and you can be the calm center that helps balance it. Nothing you shared happened by accident. The meetings, the smiles, the quiet moments, the small gestures, all of it left a real mark. And that mark is something your soulmate is trying to move past, but cannot fully release, because what is true tends to remain, even when it is not consciously remembered. Your love is going through a quiet struggle, and the coming decision is not against you. It is against the feelings themselves. So please do not shut yourself off. Do not give up. This message is here to remind you that you can still reach this person, that you can still help prevent regret before it forms. You were chosen to live this love with courage, not because everything is perfect, but because you have the strength to keep loving even through hard moments. This is one of the most delicate moments, but also one of the most meaningful, because your steady commitment has the power to help prevent pain that does not need to exist at all. Dear one, I am walking beside you through this. I feel what you are carrying. I see the hope you are holding on to, and I hear what you cannot always put into words. But real shifts happen when you choose not to give up. Right now, what is in your hands is more than an opportunity. It is a quiet mission. You can help prevent a rushed choice from turning love into longing. Keep showing, even in silence, that there is still something strong between you both, that there is still a feeling capable of turning things around, that there is still room for the right choice to be made in time. There is a growing emotional weight building inside your soulmate, a sense that something important is being left behind. And the more they try to follow this uncertain path, the more they feel they are ignoring something essential inside their own heart. It feels like they are walking in the opposite direction of what they truly want. None of what you are sensing is an exaggeration. This is real, and your intuition is trying to gently warn you. Your connection with this person runs deep enough that you can sense their restlessness even through silence. Energy does not lie, and the love is still present, even now. This relationship is passing through a delicate stretch where outside decisions are being shaped by empty advice and incomplete feelings. Your soulmate has been swayed by opinions from people who do not understand what exists between you both, and this is feeding a choice that would only lead to regret. But dear one, know that not everything is lost. Life is offering you a chance to act, to step in with wisdom, to show there is still a way back. A simple, honest gesture from you can help open your soulmate's eyes to the misstep forming ahead. Sometimes all it takes to prevent pain is one true, steady attitude. There is a bigger flow trying to bring you both back together, but it respects free will completely. That is why your part in this story matters so much. Keep gently showing that you are still here, that what you share cannot be replaced by something temporary and without roots. Right now, your soulmate is surrounded by people who do not know your shared story the way you do. They only see the surface and try to nudge this person toward quick decisions based on appearances. But what exists between you is not about appearances. It is truth, and truth takes courage to remember. You were reached with this message because of your quiet strength. Even tired, even a little bruised, your heart still holds room to love, and this love is what can help turn things around. Not through demands, but through lightness, not through expectation, but through steady presence. Your soulmate still feels it when you think of them with warmth. This uncertain choice forming in their heart is not final. There is still time to gently interrupt this path, but it takes wisdom, calm, and faith. Everything you offer with honesty will reach this person, even if they cannot show it right away. Do not be fooled by outward appearances. Even if your soulmate seems distant or sure of their decision, deep down their heart is torn. There is a quiet longing, a hidden wish to rewind time, to reclaim what feels like it is slipping away. And that wish only grows stronger the more you stay calm and present. Sometimes loving someone deeply means being patient. Your soulmate is trying to move away from something that still lives inside their chest. They are trying to prove they can walk another path, but their heart keeps circling back to you, sensing your presence even when distance tries to mute the feeling. Dear soul, before we continue, I want to invite you to do something beautiful for the one your heart loves. If this message speaks to you, perhaps your greatest response isn't fear. It's prayer. Your soulmate may be facing confusion, difficult choices, or moments they cannot see clearly. Instead of worrying, you can choose to cover them with love, faith, and hope. If your heart feels led, you can sow a seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. Let your gift become a quiet prayer that God surrounds your soulmate with wisdom, protects them from fear, and leads them toward the path prepared for both of you. Whether they are near or far, may they be covered in peace, guided by truth, and surrounded by divine light. Thank you for supporting these daily messages of hope. May your kindness return to you with peace, strength, and renewed faith as you continue trusting God's perfect timing for your soulmate journey. Let's continue with divine message. Everything you two have lived through still lives quietly in your soulmate's emotional memory. The good moments, the honest conversations, the small caring gestures. All of it resurfaces during quiet moments, and every true memory is a small seed that can bloom again. Right now, your soulmate needs you more than they realize. They need steady, welcoming presence. They need to feel that they can still return without judgment, without demands, without pride getting in the way. What helps prevent this wrong choice is love that knows how to wait, staying grounded even in the middle of confusion. Even if this person tries to look past the signs their heart keeps sending, the universe finds quiet ways to remind them. A certain song plays. A stranger says something meaningful. All of it becomes a gentle nudge, a reminder that something true is still alive and cannot be ignored forever without eventually causing pain. What is at stake here goes beyond a simple decision. It is a road that could lead your soulmate somewhere without real shine, without real soul, without real truth. A path that might look appealing from the outside but feels empty on the inside, and the soul tends to feel that emptiness before anything else does. Your soulmate is tired, though they may not fully realize why. The truth is, holding on to a wrong choice takes far more energy than living something that genuinely makes the heart feel light. Living something untrue is exhausting, even when the effort is made to hide it. Right now, you are being called to remember who you are. Your strength shows in the calm you carry, the swayed truth you hold on to, and the light you naturally offer. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. Your presence alone speaks louder than any words could. The energy between you both still moves quietly through the air. Even without direct contact, there remains an invisible thread connecting your hearts. Your soulmate feels it when you think of them warmly, feels it when you wish them well, feels it when you send love their way with sincerity. This connection does not break easily under fleeting decisions. What is unfolding can still be softened, but it takes your sensitivity, your clarity, and your steady faith. This person needs a gentle reminder of everything you built together, not as pressure, but as a quiet light guiding them back home. Every time your soulmate tries to justify this choice, a small doubt grows louder, because deep down, the heart senses when something does not add up, when a new direction simply does not fit right. And even as they try to move forward, that quiet discomfort tends to follow their every step. There are decisions that unfold quietly in the moment, but echo loudly with time. Your soulmate is close to feeling that echo, and that is exactly why you have been asked to stay steady, to offer love even through confusion, to hold on gently to someone who still carries you in their heart. Even now, you might feel like you have already done everything you can, like there is nothing left to try. But your quiet consistency holds more power than you realize. Your steadiness, even in silence, is a gentle call for your soulmate to wake up to what they are close to losing. Dear one, do not let this story end on a choice that never truly needed to happen. There is still time. There are still open paths. There is still real hope. But that hope needs your courage to stay alive. Whatever gets built on top of something untrue will not hold up over time, and your soulmate senses this, even if they cannot yet admit it out loud. That quiet knowing creates discomfort, sadness, and doubt. And all of that is simply a sign that their heart has not given up on you. Stay close to who you truly are. Keep being yourself. Do not try to become something different just to please someone or grab attention. Your soulmate fell for the real you, not a version shaped to impress. The honesty in your soul is what touches their heart the most deeply. While outside pressure tries to push you apart, love keeps quietly working to bring you back together. But love needs room to move, and that room opens up when you choose kindness even through pain, when you offer peace even without getting an answer back, when you keep believing even without visible proof yet. Your soulmate is fighting an inner battle right now, not against you, but against their own heart, against the sense that they are drifting from something genuinely good for them. This quiet struggle is leaving marks, and you can feel those marks even without a single word spoken. Do not overlook the signs. The small shifts in your soulmate's behavior are quiet cries for connection. They are subtle ways of saying, I am still here, even though I seem far away. And with your sensitive heart, you are able to pick up on messages that the rest of the world simply misses. Now is the time to open your heart fully, to let every word land like a small seed of light. Everything shared here has a purpose, to help you feel certain that real love is not extinguished by mistakes, distance, or confusion. What is genuine stays alive, even when time tries to wear it down. Your soulmate may feel distant right now, but the connection between you is more alive than it seems. Something is stirring inside the heart of someone who still feels a strong pull toward you, even without saying a word. Their silence is filled with feelings that can no longer stay fully hidden. There is a quiet tug of war happening between what is wanted and what was chosen out of impulse. And that tug of war is draining something inside them, dimming the spark in their eyes, softening smiles that used to feel effortless. This is happening because your soulmate's heart cannot find peace in something that does not feel fully genuine. What exists between you was built with real strength. It did not happen by chance, and it was never just a passing distraction. It was shaped by moments that touched the soul, gestures that left lasting memories, and an energy that cannot easily be found anywhere else. None of that deserves to be tossed aside. Understand this, dear one. Your presence still makes a real difference. Your light still reaches this person even now, and even as a different path tries to take shape, the quiet emptiness keeps calling out from inside. What is missing is you. What is missing is something only you can offer. Hold on to that. Your role here is not to chase after anyone, but to stay whole. You do not need to beg for anything. You simply need to keep being truthful, loving, and courageous. Your soulmate will feel this steady call at the right moment, and it will become something they cannot easily ignore. This is not about proving anything or holding on to pride. It is about honoring the love you carried with such purity, believing even when things felt uncertain. You stayed true to what you felt, and that will be met with something meaningful in return. Keep these words close to you, dear one. Your soulmate will one day look at you the way someone looks at shelter after a long storm. They will see, in your eyes, everything they never quite found anywhere else, because only you can reach their heart in that particular way. All the waiting, all the quiet moments, none of it will go to waste. Every tear that fell will eventually turn into a genuine smile. Every doubt will be replaced with certainty. Every lonely night will be softened by a new beginning beside the one who truly belongs with you. The decision your soulmate is close to making may bring some confusion at first, but clarity tends to follow. Yes, regret may come, but along with it comes the desire to make things right, to reconnect, to try again differently, because what exists between you is simply too strong to end this way. You will be sought after again, and when that moment comes, it will arrive with an open heart, honest eyes, and a genuine wish to stay for good. Until then, keep being light. Keep being yourself. Do not lose your center trying to make sense of something that cannot be explained just yet. Simply trust that what is true always finds its way back. A little more grown, a little more grounded, because it never truly stopped belonging. That return is closer than it feels right now. Your soulmate's heart is slowly surrendering to a love it should never have walked away from. There is nothing left for you to force. Just take care of yourself. Hold on to your faith and protect your heart with love. Everything is quietly being arranged. The path is being cleared. The right doors are opening. And whatever was only in the way is being gently moved aside. Dear one, now you know everything you need to know. Your soul is ready to wait with peace, to receive with joy, and to love with even more strength than before. You were meant to live a love that teaches, that transforms, that heals, that lasts. And this message came to remind you that you have never truly been alone in this. When you feel tired, remember that anything that truly belongs to you always finds its way home. Move forward now with your heart steady and calm. The love that belongs to you already feels the pull of what it once had, and it will return because it was made for you, because deep down it understands that peace is where the heart finally gets to rest. Receive this message as a small gift meant just for you. Carry these words with you. Believe, trust, prepare quietly. The best part of this story is still ahead of you. You are loved, you are supported, and you were chosen for this moment. If these words touch something in you, if you feel that gentle stirring in your chest that says this message was truly meant for you, drop a heart in the comments below and let us know you received it. With warmth and love until the next message. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken, and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey, something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.